right, brothers. You know, everything I do is important to me. But you brothers gotta get to the point in your growth to where things start to make sense. The things you think they don't make sense now, but when you really start growing, they will. They will make sense. Now, every single one of you are interested in my shit much more for the conquests that you can have. Once you've mastered having real confidence. Ain't nothing really wrong with that, but there is something greater than that you need to think about. You know what that is? You're going to be surprised to hear me say this. But what that is sex. You all want it, but have you really thought about it? No, I don't mean fantasize about it, but what it is and why it matters so much and who it matters most to. Did you know that women and men crave equally as much sex as you do? Have you ever thought of how frustrated women are with the men they choose to date? Out of 10 sexual encounters that you have, and 10 they have, who come the most? Women come 20 to 30% of the time when they get fucked. Men come 95% of the time when he fucks. Now, it would seem, based on statistics, that it's more important to men. But if you read the statistics for how they're meant to be taken, then you would think women crave sex more. My point is, once you realize what I'm talking about, you will never chase pussy again, because when you chase it, you're actually running from it. Little did you know. Now, the reason you have the power, fellas, is women look for the perfect lover when they're on the prowl. And unless you meet her criteria, you won't satisfy her. Some men have their good points, but when it comes to satisfying women, it's not about your position in life. It's not about what you have or where you've been. Have you really ever noticed how some of the most beautiful women have? They might be a 10, but they have a 2 for a man. That's because it's not about how he looks. It's not about how he talks. It's not about all the things you think it's about. It's about having full knowledge of sex. And you want to have full knowledge of it in order to produce the results that I'm speaking of. This means you better start learning how to make love. Now, on another note, I had to have a verbal duel today. This fucking 23-year-old fool wanted my shit. So naturally, I told him about it. Then he went off about some shit he thought. He felt a real OG would want to enlighten an up and coming. Now get this. He said an up and coming man or up and coming pimp. So I drew my double barreled Uzi out because I'm finna blast this fool. And I sprayed him. Rat-a-da-da-da. And a little more rat-a-da-da-da on that fool. I sprayed him. And after I did, it was so quiet on the other end of the phone, I thought he had hung up. So I said, fool, you there? He said, OG, you mean that shit you talk is real? When I heard that shit, I screamed at him, nigga, what the hell do you mean is the shit real? He said, you mean you really are a brother who pimped in the 70s and 80s? I said, nigga, how old are you? And when he said 23, I fully understood. Then he said, I thought you was that actor that I saw in American Pimp. I thought you was pretending to be the Rosebud that they was talking about on that movie. I then calmed down because I know there's a generation who grew up on nothing but bullshit. And I might be a fable or urban legend to them fools. So I say, look, nigga, I am the original Rosebud Bitter-Dose, and there's nothing, absolutely nothing fake about me. Oh, man, my bad, OG. I loved American Pimp, and especially that nigga out there pretending to be you. I say, fool, do you understand English? Nigga, I am the nigga you thought was acting. After I said that, he flipped out. Oh, shit, you gotta be bullshitting me. Are you saying you are the real fucking Rosebud from American Pimp? After I calmed that nigga down, I asked him, do you want to get laced or what? Because I ain't into the hard sale. He was fucking creaming. And I just sent him a full package. Because evidently he wasn't bullshit. But neither was I. Once that money hit my doggone PayPal, I hit him. Now, if you want to get laced or get a different view of how to be a confident motherfucker, get at me. Now I simply cannot see myself in this day and age. I just can't see myself having a female friend. If possible, can some of you out there call in and enlighten me to the value you get from having females as friends? I truly would like to know the answer to that. I will consider any of your thoughts on this without ridicule. I normally wouldn't even want to know what the hell you could be thinking, but since I got listeners who do have female friends, I want to know what or why any dude would have female friends. Just call in and tell me. You can even say you don't have no friends, but you know why, and then just let me know. There's a lot of young men who have realized they had it in them all the time. What they didn't have was a roadmap to learn the confidence. Caller, what's up?
What's up, Rosebud? So yesterday, I went to the bus stop and I was talking to a lady, and I was talking and said that I like to twist my hair and I like the feeling that it has on my fingertips. So I took a habit that I had, because that's a real habit that I do, and I said that. I didn't catch because I'm not married. I'm still, I'm playing it safe. I'm not going all in yet. But I said that, and she laughed. So now in my head, I kind of clicked that, okay, that's something that worked. So I got that. That's one thing that I kind of got in my toolbox,
Man, can you ask me whatever you want to ask?
Well, you were talking about why your question. You said, "Callers, I want to know why you you would be friends with a female." That was your question. So I didn't answer your question, but I wanted to just have that statement. But your question, can you repeat your question that you just asked me a couple seconds
Man,
ago?
why would a motherfucker want women as females? I mean, females as friends.
Well, you could have them as friends.
I didn't.
I
Hey,
don't
hey,
think
listen,
they're
man.
friends.
Listen. If you want to talk to me, man, do not rephrase my goddamn questions. I said, why would you have female friends? Not could you have female friends? That's two
Okay.
different
To
questions.
learn. Right. You're right. To learn. To learn from them. That's why you would have female friends,
To learn
in
from
my
them,
opinion. Yes.
what are you gonna
So
learn?
so that you can get sharper. You can learn how to talk to them. You can
Hey, man, when the last time you
think.
caught a broad? Be
I haven't
honest,
caught yet.
man.
No, I haven't caught yet.
I know you haven't. That's why, because of that stupid shit you think. That is the most
Well,
stupidest thing I ever heard. So you can learn. And what are you gonna learn? What
I'm
to
gonna learn
tell
how to
her?
catch them from being friends with them. I'm gonna learn how to talk and say the things that are in my head and be realer about myself. Be more.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
That's
Are
my
you listening to yourself as you talk?
yes,
Do you hear how weak you sound?
yes.
So how can you learn something from women? Because you certainly would have to have learned. You can't be no weak ass sounding nigga while you talking to a goddamn bitch. So why the fuck would you have a friend that you can learn from and you don't learn?
Well, I don't want a friend that I don't learn from. So then they wouldn't be my friend if I'm not learning from them.
Okay, I didn't say would you pick a friend that you don't learn from. I said, why would you have a friend that you don't learn from? You the one said you learn from them. See, what I'm trying to get at, bro, is how
I'm really confused by the question. But
I know you are. Why did you say that?
because I was afraid.
Because that's what I'm saying. All you cats are so fake, man. You can't fake on me. You ain't doing nothing but faking. Now, if you want to start over and be real and ask what the fuck you want to ask, fine. But if you want to keep faking, I'm going to roast your goddamn ass because you sound like a sucker.
Okay. Well, I've been taking notes and listening to your course, and I've been just trying to.
Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop. If you've been listening or taking my course, where in it does it say try?
It says it. I got it. You know what? I got to go back in my notes.
It does not say try to do shit. It says that's what's wrong with you motherfuckers. You be trying. I don't try. And real motherfuckers don't try. They do. Period. I don't try to get some kind of understanding from a bitch. I get it. It's a big difference. Can you hear it?
Yeah, you can. I can hear it in your tone. You can use your tone. That works a little bit too. Your tone, you can talk a little bit more assertive, yep. And be. There have been modes that I've been in where I felt good, and people can listen to what I'm saying in the more.
Hey, bro, let me ask you something, man. Why you never been on the Zoom call?
I haven't done it. Procrastination and.
See what I'm saying? Listen, what I'm saying is, how do I know you haven't been on a Zoom call? Because of the shit you saying. We covered that shit. We cover all the bullshit you saying. And we know what to do about that shit. And you ain't the only one that thought that bullshit about they can learn from a woman. The only thing you're going to learn from a woman is how you can kiss her fucking ass. That's all you're gonna learn from her. Unless you thinking you're gonna learn something else.
I thought I was gonna learn something else.
Like what?
Well, what? I just experience, just so I'm not nervous and shaking there and not being able to talk, so I can just say what the fuck is on my mind, like I do when I'm by myself.
Well, what I'm trying to get you to see is that you are doing whatever is happening to you, because you think crazy. You think like a loser. And evidently you don't mind losing because you're talking to the person that's winning. The bitch. She always wins because she got dudes like you fucking with her. Then why don't you listen to this shit for real that I'm talking? You know, I ain't trying to sound sharp. I'm not trying to say nothing slick or hip or whatever the fuck. I'm telling you the truth about shit. When I talk about whatever I'm talking about, it is the truth. And if you notice, I ain't got no punk in my voice. I ain't scared to bump heads with you. I don't know you, just like you don't know me. So I do not understand the fear you have in talking. I hear it in your voice right now. And if you talking to some of your girlfriends would have taught you anything, it would have been your voice ain't shit. You don't speak up. How many times do women got to ask you, what did you say?
That happens.
I know it does.
A little bit less, but yes,
man, come on, man. You ain't got to tell me shit. I already know. I can tell. I know who I'm talking to by listening to what they say. And I know you ain't called no bitch, and I don't know when. And I know they tell you, goddamn, man, what'd you say? Or what, however they say it. And all of that should have told you was being a punk. But it ain't told you shit because women ain't gonna tell you shit. They ain't gonna teach you shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
Nah, that's for real. I agree with that. They ain't gonna teach you shit. I try to pry it out, but
bro, it ain't in them. It's in you. You gotta come on them goddamn Zoom calls so I can explain myself to you, so I can make you understand what the fuck I'm talking about.
Well, can I drop my email?
You don't need to do none of that, man, because on every lesson, the Zoom call link is in it. So all you got to do is check any one of your lessons, and you'll see the Zoom call, and they're on Mondays and Thursdays. And you need to be on
them. Right. Okay.
All right.
I can make time. Yeah.
Man, make sure you make time, bro. You got some all right questions as far as not knowing, but what's fucked up to me is that you don't care that you don't know. Do you?
I do, because it pisses me off. But I still punk out. It's like a cycle. But sometimes I get there. Where I feel it.
Listen to this, man. Listen. When you can say sometimes I get there, meaning sometimes you don't, that means you never get there. Because once you get there, you ain't going to change because you're going to know how to get there. You think you there.
I'm going to play this back afterwards because the last thing that you said, I didn't really understand. That whole last sentence.
What do you mean?
Your response to...
What was my response?
I don't know.
You don't know what I said?
No.
Man, play it back so you can hear it. I don't know what I said, too. I say a hell of a lot of shit. I don't be trying to remember what I said.
Okay. I feel that, too. I mean, I fuck with that, too. That happens to me all the time. Sometimes in public, though, like, that shit, I be trying to have to cover that. But, like, you think you should cover that, or you should just admit, hey.
What did I just do?
You admitted it.
Well, then don't ask. See, this is what stupidity is, man. You ask a question that you already have the answer to, and you act like you didn't even know you had the answer. That's stupidity, man. That's the absolute definition of stupidity. Doing the same thing over and over, thinking it's gonna change. Ain't nothing gonna change for you, man, unless you change it. And you the one gonna change that freezing up and caring what this broad got to say to you and shit. Man.
Yeah, you're right. I did know that. From your response, I actually did know. You're right. I don't know why I did say that last part. I added that. I think I do know why. It's because I'm trying to cover my tracks.
Man, see, all of that is weak bullshit, man.
Yeah. Yep.
You supposed to be dragging your feet through the goddamn mud, leaving a trail. That's how bold you are. Ain't no motherfucker gonna be walking in the snow trying not to leave no footprint. That's what you doing. Now, don't that sound kind of asinine?
I've heard of the word asinine. I don't really know what the definition is. But that thing you said about that analogy you just made was making sense.
Which one?
About the walking in the snow.
Yeah, so what I'm saying...
You read the... Yeah.
What I'm saying, bro, you can't cover your tracks because you should be stomping on the ground as you walk, leaving a motherfucking trail, one that you can follow. You don't do that, do you?
Okay.
Do you?
No.
I know, man. This is what's crazy about you guys, man. Because you don't do things with a purpose. You just be doing shit. If you got a purpose, you would figure out how to do the shit right. And once you figured out how to do it right, you would do it 10 or 12 more times so you can make sure you know that. And once you know it, you go on to something else because you're using what you learned yesterday. You used it last night. You're going to use it today. You're going to use it tonight. You're going to use it tomorrow night, and you're going to keep using it. You ain't going to forget what you learned, but you're going to keep learning. And the way you don't forget what you learned is to pile some more shit on top of it. See, you guys think you could take one thing and concentrate on it and you'll learn it. Nah, man, what you do is run from it when you do that.
See, nah, because here's what I think. I think that I actually pretty much said the same thing. Like, I agree. What you just said agrees with what I said. Because I did learn from that bus stop scenario.
What did you learn, bro?
I learned that when I talked about whatever I was doing with my hair, that worked for that broad.
No, you didn't. You didn't learn that. You know what you learned? What you should have learned is that it don't matter what the fuck you say, long as you know how to say it. You can say
that, yeah.
You can say any goddamn thing, long as you know how to say it. What?
And you said like little small sentences, like
sentences with small words.
Pretty, yeah. Like, I'm sailing right now. When someone asks you how your day is going, you could say that.
Well, if you say you sailing right now, then I'm gonna say, what you mean sailing?
Well, I used to live by the beach. So
see, there you go. See, listen, man. This is my point. You're such a scary motherfucker. You can't fucking answer no question without trying to draw a picture so I can accept your answer. Man, I ain't accepting your answer anyway. Unless it's right.
Okay.
So you can't draw a picture so that I can understand what you're saying. Because that make me not want to hear what you're saying, trying to draw a goddamn picture for me.
Okay, fuck it. What if I said then, instead of saying that, what I said, what I was actually thinking in my head was, I'm trying to say that to sound cool. when you ask me why are you sailing, or whatever you asked me after I said I'm sailing. So
Well, bro,
what if I said that?
if you said you were sailing, and I said, why'd you say that? What does sailing mean? And you said that.
Yes, and I said I'm just saying that to sound cool because that's actually why I said it.
Yeah, but bro, you proving my point. There is nothing cool. And even something that is cool is gonna sound fake as fuck coming out your mouth because you ain't cool. In order to say something cool, you gotta be cool. The saying in itself is not cool.
Well, what the fuck? What if I think I'm cool? Well, then that is cool. I think I was
Hey,
cool.
bro, if you think you cool, then that's what you think. But I know I'm cool. I don't think that shit. I don't even think about it. I already know I'm motherfucking cool.
So shit, it's just about whoever thinks they're fucking cool. Because I think
No, it ain't about who thinks they're cool. That's what you hear. That's what you want to hear. You want to hear it like that so that you can be involved. I said I am cool. I don't think I'm cool. I know I'm cool. I know what cool is. I know I do all the cool shit.
So there is something cool to do then, though.
Bro.
So you are doing the
cool bro, you're missing everything I'm saying.
All right, enlighten me. I'm listening.
I determine what's cool. I am not trying to be somebody's cool. I be what I think is cool. And as long as I'm matching my thoughts with my moves, I'm cool as fuck.
Okay. So by that logic, there shouldn't even be a question of, I shouldn't even be asking that question to you.
Exactly. To me or anybody.
To myself.
If you have to ask it, that's who you ask yourself.
Even if you have to ask it. Okay.
You got to ask yourself, and then you got to believe your answer.
Okay. Okay, Rosebud. I started to doubt you for a second.
Hey, bro, but what is the first thing I said you must do in that course?
Be honest with yourself.
Are you being honest with your goddamn self right now as we talk?
I'm trying extremely hard. Yes.
I didn't say, are you trying to be honest?
Yes, I am.
But you're not. When you hear this, you're going to hear how many times you change your mind. Because you're not honest. You're just saying shit.
Correct.
That's not being honest.
Well, all right.
You got to say what you really think. You got to say what's really on your mind. What you really would do about what you think or about what's on your mind. And when you can be honest with that, you can be honest with me. Because what I'm saying is you do that alone in your house, coming to the realization that you want to be honest or with yourself. You don't need me to be honest with yourself. You need me to make sure that you honest with yourself, because I know motherfuckers tell lies and think they not lying. Let me ask you this. Did that person you said something to at the bus stop, did you actually say what you wanted to say?
Yes.
That's a good step. So you wanted to say what you said. That's good. Hey, man, be on the call Thursday, bro.
Okay.
All right? And have some of these questions, because I'm not going to remember them all.
Okay. All right, I'll jot it down.
All right, man, be cool. All right, you guys. I go hard. Period. I go hard. I don't try to be soft. Caller, what's up? Caller.
What's going on, bud? How you doing today?
I'm good, brother. How about yourself?
I can't complain. But my question is to you, man. I'm just cutting the chase, man. kind of women that I seem to be attracting down at this time is very domineering. I just want to know how you go about dealing with such a woman.
A domineering woman,
Yeah,
you got to stop that shit right there, because you already took it the first time she did it. The second time she did it, you probably took it, but you might have said something. I'm saying you got to stop that shit from Jump Street.
yeah.
Other than,
Had,
hey man, other than that, she gonna think you just faking. Because a real motherfucker would have stopped her from the beginning.
yeah. Well, there's a little bit. There's a thing about it too. It's like I've had a little timidness to it too because it's something I'm unfamiliar with. So that's kind of like the expected outcome for anybody. But anyway, I made an attempt to put a stop to that, but when I got the pushback, that's when I ended up folding. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Well. What I'm saying is, if you trying to, correct some shit, and they don't want to be corrected, don't you think they're gonna give you some pushback?
Yeah, didn't think of it like that, so that does make sense.
So I'm saying you're supposed to be ready for the goddamn pushback.
Yeah, but again, like I said before, it's just I don't know, it's brand new for me. Like I said, I've never.
It does not matter, man. If you a race car driver and you never been in a goddamn official race, and this is your first one, I know you're gonna know how to line up. I know you're gonna wait for the gun, and I know you're gonna use your skills driving. You might not have enough skills to win. So in that regards, I will say you trying to win. But other than that, my mind would be, I'm dope. This is just my first time. I'm gonna win, and I got to come in third or fourth or 12th before I think I'm not gonna win.
Right.
Why defeat myself?
Exactly.
I mean, it's a such thing as losing. So why defeat yourself by going in with a loser attitude?
Right.
You gotta have a winner's attitude, man. I'm finna catch this bitch. This domineering shit talking motherfucker. I'ma just listen to that shit she talking, and then I'ma bust on her when she get through. And it depends on what she say, what the fuck I say. And I'ma say it like that.
Right.
And she gonna say, dang, in her mind. She might not say shit out loud, but in her mind, she gonna say, damn, I gotta watch how I fuck with him. And she gonna say something else to see if you like that with everything. And you are, or at least I am. I ain't taking no shorts. I don't need you to cook. I don't need you to clean. I don't need you for none of that shit. I can do all that shit myself. Period. So, I need you to be a certain kind of woman. If you want to be that woman, or if you want to let me discover what kind of woman you are because you think I might like it, we can do that. But about you telling me this bullshit you telling me and I'm supposed to listen, you can cut that shit out right now.
Yeah.
And she ain't gonna do nothing but cut it out.
Yeah.
You know why?
No.
9 out of 10 motherfuckers wouldn't stand up like that.
I see.
And she know to respect the motherfucker that stand up.
Yeah.
She knows that.
Yeah.
And then
the thing is,
go ahead.
And that's the thing. I'm only 25, and the chick I'm talking to, she's older than me, probably about like 7 or 8 years later. She got a nice little job and everything too. I think she's using that career thing because she's a lawyer, and I think she's using that as her ego to try to, I guess demean me to a certain degree because I'm still getting my stuff together and whatnot too. So I guess she feels like she's a little bit more empowering than me or whatever, so she can just be more domineering towards me.
Why you didn't say just because you're a lawyer don't mean you got a bigger dick than me?
Right.
Why you didn't say that?
Because like I said, I guess I got stuck in that, in that situation because, like I said, I never been through it before, so I didn't know how to react.
Let me tell you something, bro. You need my course. because I show you how to respond to any and every fucking thing with the same intensity, using whatever words come to your mind, and they probably gonna be one syllable words because I don't talk with big words. I want you to understand what the fuck I'm saying. I don't want you to have no doubt. I'm gonna say, come see the cat.
Right.
That's me, bro.
Yeah.
And that need to be.
The thing about, and that's the thing too about communication and stuff. Like naturally, the real me is I'm more of a direct person. I've been like that ever since I was a teen. But somewhere down the line, when I grew up, I kind of got molded to where I was more attentive to people's feelings, and then it had me speaking a more passive route. I'm trying to undo that again. I basically have to relearn how to speak how I naturally speak.
No, you don't. You know what you got to do? You got to get more selfish and more conceited. If you do that, you will not trip. Otherwise, people don't know shit about being selfish. What does selfish mean? Do you know?
Place yourself over others.
No, it don't. It could mean that, but that's not what it means. What it means is you are a self-preservationist. You're the kind of person that ain't gonna say or do anything to hurt yourself. You put yourself ahead of everything because without you, you can't help nobody. So that's the selfishness. The conceited, you have to be strong in that, because if you're not, people can change your mind. You got to be so conceited that can't nobody tell you shit. And I'm not saying I do say it verbally. Can't nobody tell me shit. But that's not what I mean when I say that. That means anybody telling me anything better be correct. Right. Because if I'm going to change my mind, it's going to be on some correct shit.
Yeah. You know what, and that's interesting to everything that you said about when it comes to all of that. Like I said, I had that in me without me realizing it, but it gave me a label. And that's the thing motherfuckers like to do nowadays, is label shit. And one of the things that I got of it when it came to being selfish was I was being called what's that term? A narcissist and whatnot.
Hey man, a narcissist is conceited, but a narcissist has a fucking false identity, sort of. They think so highly of themselves because they don't really rate themselves. They just think highly of themselves. You can think highly of yourself if you want to, and you can act like that. But if you ain't doing shit to show that you should or could think like that, you're going to be called a narcissist. And some people that do know what they're doing is called a narcissist because they're being narcissistic or cystic, or however you say that word. But it's a way to use everything to your advantage, is my point.
Right.
All the negative shit you hear can be used to your advantage. You just got to know how to use it. Because when you start telling them about, girl, that don't look good on you. Now they gonna start wondering, should you be telling them what look good or not, versus if it look good on them or not. They ain't gonna really think about that.
Yeah.
They go, man, who is this motherfucker to tell me what look good?
Yeah.
But you're supposed to know that stuff and be prepared for it when they act like that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you got to start believing what you think way more than you do. You probably did at one time believe everything you thought, and you got out of it by trying to be a better man. According to these motherfucking people in society, being a better man, you're this, you're that, and you don't do this, you don't do that. But they took the nuts from dudes. That's why dudes don't have women these days. That's why there's so many gay motherfuckers. That's why women like pussy so much.
Yeah.
Because the dudes are letting them down.
Yeah.
They don't want to fuck with no dude that ain't shit. Gonna lie about this, lie about that. You know, they'd rather be with a bitch.
Yeah. And it's what you're telling me right now too. It blows my mind because, like I said, when I was younger, growing up, majority of my family is majority all females too. So I believe, you know, when I've been in that environment for so long, it kind of shaped of my thinking. So I came to the realization how I was thinking, I was doing it right from the jump. That I really got influenced by all the women telling me, no, you're not supposed to be like you said, conceited, be selfish, and basically put yourself over everything. They tore me down to make it look like I was the bad guy all around. Really, I was just doing what I was supposed to do.
In reality, that's what you was doing. But let me tell you something. A lot of dudes have the same issue that you do. They was reared by women, and they do not understand that women. Let's say your mama is you an 8-year-old boy, and your mama is walking with you to the corner store, and you guys approaching this couple. They standing up, look like they arguing, and when you get close, you can hear that they arguing. Now, I'm not gonna say who's wrong, but what I'm gonna say is moms will tell you, see, they're a real man, they ain't gonna do nothing like that. A real man ain't gonna be arguing with no woman like that. Yeah, okay. Because what I'm saying is I believe I'm a real woman, and if the bitch say something wrong, I'm checking her right there.
Right.
Period.
Right.
Wherever we at. Don't embarrass me. Oh, you can embarrass me, but you don't want me to embarrass you. What I'm doing, that shit you talking, the way you looking, all that shit is embarrassing.
Right.
You know, you gotta be like that, man, so that this woman can know you ain't no punk.
Yeah. And that's another thing too, of just even being able to have that ability to even just to check a shit too. I've had a numerous problems with that too. I guess in general, just trying to be able to stand up for myself in general too, because of, you know, lack of guidance and whatnot too.
Yeah, but see, trying to do that, stand up, be a strong man, and trying to sort of be like your sisters are saying, or your mom or whoever was saying, that's confusing. Yeah. And it ain't gonna do nothing but cause problems because you can't do both.
Yeah.
The only way you can do both is if you confident in the way you're acting as far as what you think of women, and this is how you act. And a lot of people don't like it, but you can be confident and comfortable thinking something you really believe. You don't have to believe what somebody else believes in order to be correct.
Right.
Hey, I'm telling you, I know I could have a problem that I give my students, and it's one problem, and let's say it's 15 motherfuckers in that class.
Yeah.
I'm expecting 15 different answers. I'm expecting several correct ways. Maybe some of them ways gonna be wrong, but but my point is there is no such thing as one way to do something.
Right.
And that's what they give you, either or.
Yeah.
You gotta realize there's 100 ways to do something. There's 50 ways to walk a straight line. You know, and you gotta try to see them all.
And I'm glad that you told me that too, because I have noticed there was a lot of people, because I come to the realization I do have the ability to be able to think for myself, but some of the people that I've been surrounded by, they always try to micromanage my way of thinking of how to do a certain thing. Like you said, there's 100 ways in order to do something.
Yeah, but see, them people that's trying to micromanage you can't do what you're doing, and they don't want you to do it because it makes them look bad.
I get it. I didn't look at it like that.
But that's the only reason some motherfucker would be checking you out.
Yeah. Dang, I didn't even look at it like that.
Hey man, that's why you need my shit, because I say a whole bunch of shit you ain't thought of, and it ain't gotta be right, but just thinking of it could make your move right.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, what you just said to me just now, you know, just talking on the phone with you, you pretty much saved me a lot of time of what I had to do within the past 7 years now, the way I was making just this little conversation alone. I'm like, damn.
Hey, well, you ought to see what's going, 9 months of fucking with me would do.
Yeah.
Because I bring it real every time we talk on every one of them Zoom calls, every meeting we have, every assignment I give. I make it real.
That's the only thing I've been trying to think for, man. I get tired of this fake bullshit motherfuckers be posting out here these days.
Get at me then, bro.
I got you. What's your
The website is sidewalku.thinkific. Thinkific is THINKIFIC. Thinkific.com.
Thinkific.com. Okay.
Yeah, Thinkific.
Gotcha.
Ific is IFIC.
IFIC. Okay.
That's at the word at the end of after K. THINKIFIC.
Okay.
And bro, get at me real soon. I'm really affordable, and I'm being real with everything I'm saying.
Yeah. I appreciate that, Mr. Grovegood. I like these kind of conversations like these are rare breed these days.
Well, you know it, brother. Be cool.
Will do. Appreciate you.
Right on. See, let me tell you guys something. There has been a lot of dudes who really realize they had it in them all the time, but then trying to be this new wave type of person, man, they couldn't see it. They couldn't see how to do it. And once they realized the key to their search was so close that they didn't even have to go anywhere to get it, it amazed them to the extent motivation occurred. See, today, men, they gotta have proper motivation to seek what they obviously need. Otherwise, when we was kids and we was scared to talk to whoever the hell, this broad or whatever, your older brother, your cousin, somebody made you talk to him, talk to her. Caller, what's up?
Bud.
What's happening?
Bud, what's going on, man? How you doing, Bud?
I'm good, bro. What's happening?
I'm chilling, man. I'm over here.
Wait. Is there two people?
Huh? Is that me?
No, somebody else talking too. Who else on there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Person, man. It's only one person. Nah, man. I was just listening to you.
But see, here it is. Wait, stop. D, do I hear you?
Yes, this is D.
Okay, who was just talking? That wasn't D.
This the city.
See, I told you it's two people on here, so I don't know how I got both of you, but I want to talk to D right now, and you stay on the line, bro. We can talk right after D. All right?
Yeah.
Come on, D.
How you been, bud?
I've been good, bro.
It's all good. First of all, before I ask my question, I just want to say your last show that you did, Time Has Changed. That motherfucker was dope, man.
Right on.
Hey, check it out. I want to ask you a question. I want to know if she slam or if I should stop doing it. Okay, I go to a lot of concerts, right? I go to a lot of concerts and I go to a lot of events. And you know how it is, like when you're at the event or at the concert, it's a lot of music, right? Like the music, it be loud and shit. And when I see a woman next to me, usually I go on my phone notes and I write something. And whatever I write, basically I'm telling her that if I can give her my number because I don't want to be all up in her ear because the music is loud as fuck. And I show it to her through my phone. I just want to know, man. What do you think about that?
D. I was trying to cut you off because that's some whack shit. Anytime you can get close to a woman to talk, anytime that you have to get close to her to talk, the only thing you're supposed to be concentrating on is the volume in your voice and how loud you screaming in her ear. if the music is so loud that you got to actually be screaming in her ear, you got to get her attention and see if she'll come get a drink or something with you. And if she will, fine. If she won't, then you might have your number ready, a card, and give her a card and tell her, call me. Now, what I'm saying is, why do you think you can catch a bitch at a concert or an event? Maybe an event you can, but at a concert, I don't think you can.
Hey, I like that. I'm gonna stop doing this. So stop doing that shit, right? Don't rush shit on my phone. I like what you said. The phone call. I like that, bud.
I'm trying to tell you, man, you guys need to fuck with Bud so you can know how to fuck with women. Because
But listen,
you guys trip out over women, man. You just do. D, I got to talk to the other dude. The other caller, what's up?
bud, can you hear me?
Yeah.
It's Rossetti, bud.
Uh,
Can you hear me?
this
Bud,
Rossetti,
on, man.
you said this Rossetti?
Yeah.
Rossetti, what's happening?
Nothing, bud, man. I'm just sitting and listening to you kick this game around, man.
Yeah.
That's man. The thing about it is, I'm listening, man. You keep saying it, but all these motherfuckers be NWU. Like, cause as I'm listening, I'm just like, dog. If you just come to class, all this shit you talking about is elementary. That's easy shit.
Hey, Rossetti, that's for you because you went through the class.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But I was listening to you earlier though, and you were saying what reason would you have to have female friends?
Right.
And honestly, bud, after I graduated from SWU, shit, I got rid of 98% of my female friends.
You don't need no female friend, man. What you gonna do with them?
Right, and that's the whole thing because we was never really friends anyway. Because I done hit all of them first of all, but then it really boiled down to like, what's the benefit? Like, what are you doing for me? What's the benefit of us being so-called friends? Because what I learned through this game is you don't have female friends. If she ain't doing something for you, you ain't benefiting from fucking with her. All she doing is using you to get her rocks off. She uses you for companionship. She
Yeah.
gets everything that she wants out of you, and then at the end of the night, you ain't getting no pussy. And she going back home, and she gonna fuck the dude that she really want to fuck.
Hey, let me tell you something.
For y'all to be friends.
Hey, let me tell you something you said. This was really on point, and that was I got rid of 98% of my female friends, but I hit most of them. Hey, man, listen. The motherfuckers with female friends don't hit the pussy. They be friends with them. Go out and go to have hamburgers or and just talk. Right. Be talking about whatever bullshit. See, right. If the bitch ain't doing something for you, you got to be trying to make sure she gon' do something for you, or you shouldn't be fucking with her.
Period.
Even talking about.
Period. That's right.
It ain't nothing to talk about. Then the other guy that was talking about, dealing with aggressive women, yada yada yada. Man, look, if she gonna fuck with you the way you want to be fucked with, or you gonna stop fucking with her. You know what I'm saying? But it's in her nature to challenge you, dog. She's challenging you to make sure that you worthy for her to follow you and for her to fuck with you.
Speak that shit, goddammit. Speak it.
Yeah, that's what it is. But like that, she gonna challenge you. Cause shit, especially if she a bad motherfucker, and she like, man, I'm choosing you and I wanna rock with you. And from time to time, she gonna check your temperature, dog, to see if you still who she think you are. And you got to show up every motherfucking time and stomp down and bite down on her ass.
Hey man, don't get too much over the way, goddammit, Rossetti. Everything going good at the school? Rossetti, hey, I ain't gonna say what school it is, but Rossetti went to Sidewalk University, and I'm telling you, the shit is not just for bitches. This motherfucker took this shit to a university and got hired. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
That's some dope.
That's the thing. God, this will make you a genius, though, bud. And I try to explain dudes when I tell them about SW. Man, when you master the art of women, dog, it's no longer about the woman. It's about you and what you want to do and how you want to do it and how you choose to move and navigate through life. But
Hey, what you do, man? You think it and then what?
you do it.
Think it and do it. That's what we believe.
Yeah.
Whatever you think, do it first. Do it your first thought. Why? Because that's the pure thought. That's the raw thought. That's the one really addressing the situation. Whereas your second thought has been filtered through whatever you done went through in life.
Come on.
Hey, I'm telling you, man, you don't want no filters. You want it raw. That's how you want it. And if you think raw and your thoughts are actually correct and you raw, man, you really gonna be a monster. Like Rashedi is, God damn it. The man done changed and he's a monster. We kick it now. I used to teach and only teach talking to him. We kick it like men now.
Oh yeah, man. But when I can listen to you bite down on these dudes, I'm like, yeah, I'd have been there before, dog. You need to come to SW so you can learn.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, Rashedi. Hey, D, you still there?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Well, what else you got, D?
Can you hear me? Have a good one, bud.
Yeah, you too, Rashedi. Yeah, I can hear you.
Listen, man. My last question. Thank you for the answer, man. The answer was dope as fuck, man. Feel me?
Yeah.
Hey, bud. My last question. I want to ask you, right? You are the nigga that used to be a kid back in the day, but now you live in the regular life. But anyway, my last question is: if you meet a new woman, right? You know, you like baby and shit. You want to smash her, but you haven't smashed her. But you know, when you talk to her, she like, oh, can we go out to a dinner? You know, get to know each other, type shit. Do you usually do it? Take out to dinner?
I might, but not really, because see, when women ask me that, before we, get to blah blah blah, can't we just go out and eat a blah blah blah? See, I shoot on them. I tell them sure, and start going wherever she think I'm going, and a McDonald's or motherfucking Burger King, I'm pulling over. Bitch gonna say, you taking me here? I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm taking you here because I'm like you. I'd rather get to know you better before I go spend $100 on some goddamn dinner. You want to know me before, you want to know me through dinner before you let me hit that pussy. So I feel the same way. I gotta know you before I start spending money. Bitch don't say shit about that. I have never had anybody say something about that. They just all say, I hear you. Just like that. Huh?
Can I say something?
Yeah, come on.
Hey man, right now, like as long as I be talking to you, every time I ask you a question, I try my best to shut the fuck up so I can get some information. Because if I ask you a question, I start talking, I can miss out some important information, bud.
Yeah, you doing the right thing, brother.
I got something to say, man.
Let's say it.
Hey, okay, to all the listeners, I know y'all listening right now. This shit is live. To all the listeners, stop being scared, man. How the fuck you gonna learn if you don't ask? Call in, and when you call in, that's what makes the show dope. That's what makes the show dope. Hey, Buzz, I just want to tell you, I'm working on my financial situation so I can come to SW because I be going through little sticky situation like dealing with life, dealing with women, and I know SW is not about women, it's about life, it's about everything you can learn. So man, I'm gonna come to SW so I can get so much information to those little situations. It's gonna get out the way, man. So, to all the listeners, stop being fucking scared, man. So what if your shit is weak as fuck? He's still gonna work with you, man. If I have a question, I'm gonna come back. But
yeah,
man, I hope you live on this earth as long as you can, man. And don't forget to go to Africa, bud.
Hey, man, I want to go to Africa. That's something I want to do. Hey, man, be cool, D. Be cool, man. All right. Hey, you guys. That's some dope. I like that kind of shit. But see, men gotta have a proper motivation, and what they really don't understand is the motivation for you is yourself. You need to be thinking about getting the most for yourself. And once you get that mentality, you'll see, just like conversation, you want to talk to women, and you think that that's what we doing. Nah, man, what we doing is learning how to talk. Period. Now, the reason we focusing on women because dudes find that the most difficult conversation to have one on one, being real, talking to a woman. So we deal with women for that reason. But none of this is about women. It all is about you becoming a better you, a more desirable you. That's what it's about. Now, I hope all of you have learned that the man you want to be is inside the man you are right now. The key is knowing how to release the one you want to be from the prison society have you trapped in. Real foot stompers, otherwise real motherfuckers, would never post a picture of themselves on Facebook. It's for the same reason they would never be a stripper. Because if you can't pay first and look later, fuck you. See, this is one of the principles of this game. You got to pay. Now, you look at it like, dang, you being a trick or a sucker. No, you're not. When I wanted game, I knew if I wanted to sit at that round table, I better have 200 or 300 that I want to spend. And I better spend it fast. Now, I don't mean fuck it off. I'm saying it ain't going to take me no long time to think to spend it. Caller, what's up?
Hey, Bud, man. Hey, I just want to say, you told a story. You said it more than once, but when you talk about, real quick, when you were talking about how being the man you want to be and how that man is already in you, something that you said in the past, and it resonates with me all the time, and I think about it all the time. It wasn't really so much something you said, it was something that your pop said to you. And it was when you came through with the bitches. For the first time, you came to the crib, and when you rode off, he said, "Do it, boy." And
oh, yeah.
Man, that's so inspiring, and that's really what a lot of these motherfuckers need to do is, like, they got to stop being scary, and you got to go out and confront your fears. And that's where the growth is. It's like right past where you're comfortable doing something, that's the point where the growth is. You know what I'm saying? Where you start to get nervous.
Hey, you know what? That's very true, man. And I'll fuck around and remember that, because right where you get uncomfortable is where you need the most work. You're right about that. And when you find yourself not getting uncomfortable, you really found yourself. Now, I very seldom get uncomfortable, but I do still get uncomfortable. And I got that little bit to grow because, I ain't doing as well as I really think I should be. But, that's just life. You got anything else, bro?
Nah, man, I just want to say, hey, I appreciate I listen to the show every day. And, yeah, man, I just want to tell you, man, that's how I feel. But I think about it all the time, man. Go, boy. Do your shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do it, boy. That's my daddy,
do
man.
It, boy.
All right, man. Hey, be cool. See, I had to learn the hard way. That suckers are a dime a dozen. If it's used in the proper way, the doubt that you experience about shit is good. I must pat myself on the back for this one because it showed me my tank is full again. I agree with the criticism that most of you give my generation, but you got to understand you are a product of the incarcerated / duped by society generation. A lot of the OGs who would have schooled you on, with some of this abadabba was sent to prison for long sentences for shit that was minor. I mean, that's what happened to a lot of your fathers, your older brothers, and your uncles. So some of you are a little behind because you didn't have any teachers or tangible role models. That doesn't mean I have to go easy on you, though. The truth is the truth, and I'll take it whatever way it comes to me, no matter what the circumstances are that caused it to come about. I don't believe in excuses or pity. I believe in solutions. And that's what my videos have given you, solutions to the mistakes you're going to make trying to accept the real benefits in executing this abadabba. Thank you. It's apparent to me people just don't understand how far and deep life is. You want to know the funny thing about cats today? Every single one of them are big gamers. There are no beginners or intermediate players. They all are at the top of their game or profession. The thing about that is, I know it's impossible for that to be a fact. Everyone cannot be on the same level of this abadabba. It's just not possible. All of you niggas that are actually down and dirty should not allow every person entering the game to claim to be on the same level that you are. I ain't speaking about fighting or arguing about shit. I'm saying I would think you thought more of what it took for you to get to where you are than to let every Tom, Dick, and Harry enter in the game to be claiming shit. But then again, this is this new age, and motherfuckers claim their abadabba is on par with the best of players. I know in this game, there are many levels. And when you enter the show in tail level, when you enter the show and tail level of this game, you better be ready. There are many people who claim to be this or that, but of those who choose to make that claim, are they willing to be called on it? I'm lucky because I can make claims I've already done, and you only need to do your research or you can take my word for it. Who needs confidence the most? The man without it or the man with an abundance of it? A lot of people think when you're rich, your life is smooth. Let me pose this to you. If you made $100 and your bills were $75, would you be better off than a person who made $2,000 and their bills were $1,500? You would think that the person making the most money would be better off, but both of you are spending 75% of your earnings on bills. You really are equal in that sense. Since I was both of these men, I can tell you firsthand, the man making the least amount of money is afraid of things he's not sure of. Not having money for him is a curse, and he can only do what he's done in the past with total confidence. Anything new or involving something of his desire, he shuns away from. The man with the better income is afraid it's all a dream. As much time as a man with good income spends shoring up his confidence, he spent almost as much time feeling uncertain about things in his life. The major difference is the man, such as myself, with money, is not afraid of doubt, especially when I'm doubting myself. Because doubt is like fuel to the vehicle for a confident man like me. So does it take money to be confident? No. It takes honesty. The richest men in the world are wimps and rely on their money to get what they want. Having money is what it's all about to them. If you believe that and don't have no money, where does that leave you? This is why you need SWU. The shit we learn literally promotes you going forward as quickly as you can. At SWU, we embrace all our thoughts, even doubt. while doubt for a man lacking confidence is another nail in this coffin. Each of you men out there can use my confidence course. If you knew you were lacking confidence and had an opportunity to get exactly what you need in that regard, what would you do with it? Or how would you use it? The way the country is going, I believe you don't see what they're doing with this new dress style that we're now using as a statement. We're accepting that everything we do is less and less important. When we used to go to church, we would dress in our Sunday's best. Why? Because when you go to church, you were going to where you felt you would have a conversation with God on a different level, and it was a formal thing. Now, since church is all about the money, they took formal dress away to get more people for offerings, when it should be to hear the word. When we went looking for jobs, we put on appropriate clothes. Why? To at least look like we really wanted the job. Now, with nothing formal, we're letting everything, every important thing we did slide. How? Because the less formal you are, the less fairness you think you deserve. Black tie events were formal because just anyone couldn't be there. But today, there is no such thing as a black tie event. And when you do see one, there's hardly any people dressed in black ties. When you deformalize things, when you deformalize formal things, you are unraveling the fabric that your life depends on. Now, on another note, these days there's so many dudes out in the streets claiming to be real. Most of the guys I speak with don't go at it straight laced as it should be. Then again, a lot of the dudes I speak with have no clue as to how it really should go. Some guys talk about buying women shit before they stand tall or offering women part ownership in some kind of business they have. And the one thing none of them know is that's what's killing the goddamn life. That's what's killing this game. The one and only reward any of us should want from this game is game itself. What you do with your money in other games is completely on you. And hopefully you do some good things and have some things to do with your money in your later life. All those women are supposed to know there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow and it's totally available to her. She simply has to wait for it. The true man does not promise a woman anything except a raw life worth living with him. You must have strong women, and having them hold on to some kind of promise you made to get with her is asking for trouble. The bitch is holding on to something other than pure game. When women do that, she won't be as sharp as she could be, just as a man using things other than this apple dabba to catch a bitch is not as sharp as he can be. The things you promise a female to get her makes you a Monty Hall deal making motherfucker in my eyes. A real stand up woman only wants to know that her man have principles in righteous game. I earn her loyalty by giving her knowledge that will last her a lifetime, and I know she really don't have to stay with me. She could choose and lavish all that knowledge I gave her on another nigga. That's why niggas get paid first. I ain't mad at her if she chooses, because I'm a firm believer in the fact she looks better going than coming. When I watch her back as she leaves, I say to myself, I got what I wanted out of the deal. This paid me. The true practitioner of this will understand what I just said, and those who won't get it will complain that I'm out of touch. Fact is, I'm so goddamn happy to be out of touch with the way you do your thing today. I could scream. I swear I would not be about this abba dabba today. Even if I was turning out tomorrow, I would not develop the crutch having methods of being a man I see going on. I would be as my forefathers in the abba dabba were. Be like you want to be, but it's not being straight up when you offer female shit to get with you. It's suckers imitating master pimps. Take the first letter from each word, S-I-M-P. Simps. Hey, I drop game. That's what I do. That's what I always have done. That's what I always will do. And all you got to do is be brave enough to get some. And you can have it. I'm out.